Yo, what's up guys, I'm Grandmaster Shaymin and welcome back to another episode of Wolf Tales. The last episode was, intense. Very intense. If you guys did not see it, I'd highly recommend going back and checking that out, as Fuyu was in heat, and things happened, and that's all I really need to say. So, I mean, if you have not been convinced to go back and watch the last episode, I mean, but make sure you guys hit that like button down below for me, because you already know your support's greatly appreciated, as well as subscribing and leaving a comment. All three of those things would be greatly appreciated. And of course, if you stay all the way till the end of the video, it will give you some nice little playlist suggestions for, of course, going back and watching this series, as well as a potential series that you may enjoy if you, do want to try the first episode of the whatever series I may choose for that. Patting herself on the back while enjoying praise from her princess, Fuyu leads Mirari into the next room. Meanwhile, I assess the damage to the vacuum cleaner, which thankfully isn't as bad as it seemed. For crying out loud, how many times do I have to tell those girls? Maybe I should send them back to the hot spring or something next time I want to use the vacuum or the truck. I mean, in a way, I guess it's good that they aren't completely used to life here. If they're going to rejoin their pack, I think it's for the best that they don't get too comfortable here. But really, of all things, I wish they learn while they stay here. Not attacking appliances is a pretty big one. Grumbling to myself, I take the vacuum cleaner back to the storeroom and put it where I found it. Still, maybe it wouldn't be so bad if the girls got used to life here. I mean, I do want to do what's best for them, and I'm certain what's best is for them to return to their pack, but even so, if, hypothetically, they couldn't return to their pack, then it's not like it would be the end of the world. She wants them to stay. Conflicted, I return to the living room. Oh well, I guess it's a needless concern, as long as the path is still blocked. Right now, we're stuck together, whether we like it or... Oh no. Hime-sama. Hime-sama, are you there? Actually, it's probably Chick. Hime-sama, Hime-sama, are you there? I followed your scent to this cabin. Please, Hime-sama, if you're there, answer me. A visitor? For me? And that voice? Princess, it's someone from our pack. They found a way through the snow. Yes, that must be it. Quickly, let's see her at once. With a solemn look on her face, Mirari walks over to the door. She then unlocks the door and begins to open it, at which point her facial expression changes immediately. Hime-sama! Oh my goodness! What happened to you? Was the trek over here truly so treacherous? When the girl opens the door, what awaits them is another wolf girl. Unlike Mirari and Fuyu, however, the girl before them appears to be heavily injured. No. The path was clear. There was no problem here. Before the path was cleared, however, the injured girl looks Mirari in the eyes as she speaks. Princess, your mother. My mother... What about my mother? Is she okay? Oh, God. Princess, the avalanche which occurred during the absence injured many of us, myself included. For every one of us injured by the avalanche, however, 2 more were killed. Among the killed of the avalanche was your mother. The queen is dead? Oh no. My deepest apologies, Princess, but there is no time for you to grieve. After your mother's passing, we were presumed dead as well. You were presumed dead as well. In light of that, the challenge was made for the throne. A challenge? Who would dare? One of the surviving hunters. He took advantage of the confusion and loss of life and declared himself the new alpha male. If you don't hurry back, Princess, he will truly become the new pack's leader and will take from you what is rightfully yours. The injured wolf girl barely remained standing, supported solely by desperation and anger. Princess, did you hear that? We must leave at once. Mother, there's no time for mourning. If you wish to honor your mother's memory, then claim the throne she left you. But I don't even want the throne? Those words, which Mirari cannot say in front of her injured kin, are transmitted to me directly, as clear as day. What weighs on her mind is not the leadership of her pack, but the death of her beloved mother. Unfortunately, the other two wolf girls present are not about to give her the chance to grieve. Princess, please, we must return and take the throne. Too many of us have been killed or injured. What we need right now more than ever is the stability of the royal family's leadership. I agree, Princess. If we don't return now, who knows what fate will befall our pack. Take on the role left to you by your parents, Princess. Become our new leader. I understand what you're asking of me, but I. Avoiding the gazes of the two insistent wolf girls, Mirati looks to me for help. Staring at me pleadingly, she appears to be on the brink of tears as she asks for my advice. Unfortunately for Mirati, I have to agree with her clansmen. You need to go. You have to go, Mirati. Abby-chan, this is your fight, Mirati. It's for the future of your pack, which both of your parents died to protect. If you don't go, you're going to regret it for the rest of your life. But I stand directly in front of Mirati and give her a tight smile. It's okay. I'll look after your friend here. When you're done sorting out your pack business, I'll still be here, waiting to hear the good news. So leave, return to your pack, and then, when all is over, if you still want to come back and see me, I'll welcome you with open arms. I shift my gaze to Fuyu for a moment as I speak those final words. Quickly averting her gaze, Fuyu tries her best to conceal the blush on her face as she attempts to retain her serious expression. So basically, we're welcoming them both back, but it's more like we're talking to her, but we're like, just in case, you might want to bring Fuyu along with her. Just in case. Fuyu. Very well. I will go and fulfill my obligation. Alright, I'm a little confused about this. Let Mirati go or tell the girls to wait. Hang on a second. I interrupt Mirati mid-sentence, causing the wolf girls to look at me in surprise. I know that I said you should leave, but I didn't mean right now. Stay here for tonight, eat well, sleep well, and prepare yourself for what you'll soon be facing. But I place my index finger over Mirati's lips as she tries to protest. You almost died twice in the short time we've known one another, Mirati. Please, don't tempt fate a third time. Make whatever preparations you need to tonight, then settle everything tomorrow. Would you do that for me, Mirati? Alright, I understand. If you're the one asking me, Abi-chan, then I'll do as you say. Now hold on just a minute there. We don't have the time to play around here any longer. Even now, our kins must be... You too, Fuyu. Eh? I placed my hand, which was resting on Mirati's lips a moment ago, on Fuyu's shoulder. I know you feel like you need to go right this second, without any delay, but please, think about it for a second. Your friend needs urgent care, and Mirati has just learned about her mother's death. Do you really think that rushing headfirst into action is the right thing to do? Well, that is... And of course, there's your own health to worry about as well, Fuyu. Mine? That's right. You're on edge, surprised, and feeling restless. You're worried about your kin, but you also about your friend right here. If you go out there while your head is muddled, you're only going to wind up getting hurt. And the last thing I want is for you to end up in the same fate as your friend here. Abby-chan, with slightly reddened cheeks, Fuyu opens her eyes wide and stares at me. Ahem. Fuyu jumps in surprise as her injured friend suddenly clears her throat. Honestly, you two, you'd allowed yourself to be charmed by a human girl so easily? I'm disappointed in you both, especially you, Fuyu. What happened to the cautious soldier who despised humans and claimed that they were not to be trusted? Was this woman truly tamed you in such a short amount of time? Mirati and Fuyu both look down at their feet as their friend chides them. The injured wolf girl doesn't mince her words, nor does she display any joy on her face as she speaks. She truly is bewildered by the choices of her companions. That being said, the human may have a point. Our opponent is formidable. If you go out there without a plan, you'll likely wind up rushing to your deaths. Before you leave, let me explain to you in depth what's going on, and what you are up against. Good plan. Good plan, I'm just saying. I'm a smart chick. For the next couple of hours, the wolf girls talk to their friend while treating her wounds. Mirati and Fuyu listen intently to the events that have transpired during the absence. From the search for Mirati to the avalanche and coup, all of the drama is recounted for the sake of the two girls. Mother, I had no idea. While we were idling around here, our pack has been... yes, I am afraid things have not been going well since your disappearance, Princess. Most of our problems we face now are as a result of recent weather conditions. Be that as it may, the absence of a leader has naturally compounded the issue. I can't believe everyone fell to pieces the moment our leader perished. Functioning as a pack is great and all, but when did we all lose our sense of autonomy? It's because I wasn't there. If I had just stayed put, then this all would have... Mirari and Fuyu lament the state of their pack. With heavy hearts, they regret their absence in their pack's time of need, and the consequences of their actions. Even if they weren't directly responsible for anything that's happened, they understand the impact of their decisions. The one who's trying to take over, does he have the support of the pack? Not especially. However, in the time we've lost a great number of our members, and everyone is frightened, a strong male presence is not to be underestimated. The pack needs a leader more now than ever. If this matter is left alone, it won't be long before he gains the pack's support. That is troublesome. When you say a strong male, do you mean... I mean that literally, yes. To be blunt, even if you both fought him at once, you would not stand a chance. If you are to defeat him in combat, you must come up with a solid strategy. Set traps to lure him onto thin ice, use weapons from the human's house. Do whatever it takes. Is fighting really the only way? Even if we do defeat him, it won't bring back those who have already been killed. No, but it will secure your position as pack's leader and restore the pack's stability. Even so... Don't worry, Princess, you needn't lift a finger. I will take care of that traitor all by myself. Fuyu, I understand how you feel, but I don't think you should take this man on solo. In a battle to the death, one more set of hands can easily sway the outcome. While the girls talk strategy, I head to the kitchen and start to make lunch. I try to focus on the task at hand, but for the most part I find myself deep in thought. Tormented by the reality of what my guests will soon face, I begin to feel like our time together is finally about to come to an end. Having those two leave my home was supposed to be what I've wanted from the very beginning, and yet, rather than see them off with a smile on my face, as I should have, I stopped them. Why? Why did I do that? Midori and Fuyu are going to return to their pack. They will be reunited with their friends and family and resume their day-to-day lives. I'll return to my life of solitude. I won't need to take care of anyone else, or show consideration for anyone else. I'll be able to live as I choose. This is what's best for everyone, I know it is. So why do I feel like I should get involved? That's because you like them. And you love Fuyu. As the day drags on, the solemn atmosphere fills the cabin. Fuyu, desperate to protect Mirari, spends her time with their injured friend thinking up ways to fight the common enemy. They look around the cabin for materials to fashion traps, talk about ways to rally the other wolves, and at all times seem to be taking the matter quite seriously. Midori, on the other hand, separates herself from the others and sulks on her own. No doubt haunted by the thoughts of her deceased mother, she remains silent, not saying or doing anything as she mourns all by herself. While the girls do as they see fit, I try to give them as much space as I can. Contrary to how I feel, I do realize that this is a half-wolf matter, and not something a human should get involved in. As much as it pains me to see the gentle, kind-hearted wolf girls in this state, I wouldn't butt into their affairs. Hey, Abby-chan, can you come here for a minute? Sure, Fuyu, what's up? I was just wondering if I could borrow some rope and a couple pieces of wood. To make a trap? That's right. Can't make traps without materials, you know. Take as much as you need. So, was there anything else? No, I just thought that maybe, forget it. It's not important. I'll go back to planning now. For reasons beyond my comprehension, Fuyu hesitates to leave my side. Red in the face, she regretfully returns to her injured companion's side, then shoots one more glass in my direction before returning to work. I thought Midori was the only one really shaken by all of this, but it seems Fuyu isn't quite herself either. Maybe I should talk to Fuyu when she's finished planning everything with her friend? This will likely be our last night under the same roof, after all. I'd hate for anything important left to be unsaid. I mean, we had sex with her. Like, honestly, it would be more surprising if she was totally okay with it, especially, like, that's the thing, is she always shows that subtlety, you know, as we've got, ever since we stepped into the Like, even before we stepped into the hot spring, you can kind of tell that she was warming up to us, but I wouldn't say there was anything that kind of, like, expressed that love. But as soon as she saw us and realized that she was attracted to us, it all connected. She liked our personality, that's probably why she started warming up to us, and then she saw our body and thought it was super attractive, which the body and the personality, for a lot of people, not everybody, obviously, but for a lot of people, and I suppose animals, I don't really know how the animals function that way, but that was the pieces that were needed to be completed for Fuyu to realize that she liked the main character, you know what I'm saying? So it would be weird. Ever since then, you know, she's takes sudden glances at us. She's been super, super shy and embarrassed about, you know, talking to us because she's, like, in love with us, right? So it would be weird to not have those subtle glances at us continue. By the time Fuyu had finished making preparations, night had already fallen. I started to cook dinner for the four of us, once again leaving the girls to their own devices. Surely enough, a short while later, I heard the pitter-patter of stealthy footsteps behind me. I won't be ready for another 30 minutes, Fuyu. How did you... Minati wouldn't try and sneak up on me like that, or eat half-cooked food, for that matter. And the other girl is too injured to sneak around so quietly, so I figured it couldn't be her. I turned my head as I addressed Fuyu. While doing so, I finally realized something. Say, where are those two? They've gone in for a bath. Minati insisted that the wound should be cleaned properly, so it seems like they might be in there for a while. Is that alright? Well, whatever. I'm sure Minati could use a distraction right now. Yes, perhaps so. Returning to the task at hand, I turned away from Fuyu and continued chopping up the potatoes. Hey, Abby-chan. No, you can't have any until it's cooked. That's not what I was gonna ask. Suddenly adopting a solemn tone of voice, Fuyu pinches the hem of my shirt. Hey, Abby-chan, do you remember the night I, imposed on you? Oh, you mean when you went into heat? What? No, I wasn't, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. I know that it isn't something you can control. So what about it? If, I came to you like that again, what would you do? I placed the knife in my hand down on the chopping board and I turn around to face Fuyu properly. When I do, I realize that Fuyu's fidgeting restlessly and her face is beet red. That's an unexpected question. I mean, I guess I could help you out again if you're okay with me being your partner. I don't know if we'll be able to do that, though. With an extra person here, it might be difficult to do that undetected. It doesn't have to be tonight. I raise a brow at Fuyu's stance before me. But you're leaving tomorrow, aren't you? If not tonight, then... I'm going to return here, okay? Once the princess and I have done what we need to do, I'm coming back here, whether you want me here or not. Okay, Fuyu. Okay, I'll do it. We're going to do what we did last time. No, we'll go even further. Processing. Further than sex? I guess they want to make it more intimate? I mean, it's possible. I'll leave you guys, that is the big thonker right there. Because, you know, I've already chosen you. Oh. Fuyu, you're so freaking cute. Do you know that? You are absolutely adorable. Like, you are absolutely adorable. Like, I just want to hug you right now. Like, as soon as you said chosen, I've chosen you, I'm like, oh, come here. Damn it, the computer doesn't give good hugs. Chosen me? I don't understand. Chosen me for what? Jeez, can't you figure it out for yourself? This is why I can't stand humans. Listen here, Abby-chan. Once the princess and I have fulfilled our duty, I'm gonna come straight back here and we'll continue this conversation. Until then, wait for me, okay? Before I can ask Fuyu to elaborate, she quietly slinks away. Fuyu returns to the couch a moment before her feather wolf girls leave the bathroom, giving me no opportunity to probe any further. Until this incident comes to an end, all I can do is speculate. That being said, perhaps I'm better off waiting for Fuyu to just tell me herself. Right now, I'm going off of what she said to me. It almost sounds like she confessed. She wants me to become her mate. Okay. As the morning sun rises, the inhabitants of my cabin all wake up bright and early. Following breakfast, some last-minute planning, and a few concerned comments from the only human present, we all meet in the living room one more time. I don't mean to rush you, princess, but if you're planning on to lay traps before the confrontation, you best hurry. Time is of the essence. Your opponent will not wait for you to gather your wits. Yes, I know. We'll leave momentarily. Fuyu, are you prepared? Yes, princess. I'm ready to leave when you are. Excellent. In that case, we will not dally any longer. Smiling resolutely, Midori turns to face me. Abi-chan. Yes, Midori? Well, it pains me to leave you like this. I promise that our parting will not be for long. The kindness you have shown me until now shall not be forgotten, nor will I ever regret the time we have spent together. As soon as I'm able, I shall return here to see you. Of course, you're welcome any time. The same goes for you, Fuyu. Don't be a stranger. That goes without saying. We already promised to meet again after everything is settled, didn't we? We sure did. Well then, if nothing more needs to be said, I believe it's time for us to head off. We'll be back as soon as we're able. However, should the worst happen, don't finish that sentence. You're both going to be fine. In fact, you'll be back here pestering me in no time. I do hope so. Me too, because if they died, I will be so pissed. Bowing her head respectfully, Midori turns around with a smile on her face. Fuyu, carrying some supplies I lent the girl, mimics Midori's action and follows straight after her. Midori opens the door, ushering Fuyu out first, then follows her out into the snow. A moment later, the door is shut, and all at once, silence consumes the cabin once more. Left in the company of the injured wolf girl, I find myself pacing restlessly around the cabin as time slowly passes by, watching the clock, waiting for something to happen, praying that the girls will be okay. I can't bring myself to relax or to focus on anything unrelated to the wolf girl's plight. All I can do is curse my own inactivity as I worry about my former guests. Damn it, why am I getting so worked up over this? The girls are going to be fine, they've been planning their attack carefully, and the traitor has no idea that they're coming for him. They might have my map, some crude traps that they made, and probably even the support of those who follow Midori's parents. This should all be a walk in the park, so why do I... Oh, for goodness sakes, just go already! I almost jump in surprise as my remaining guest suddenly piped up. Excuse me? You heard me? Wait, you heard me? You've been pacing around like that worried look on your face ever since those two left. If you're going to spend the entire time worrying about them, why not just chase after them? They should be setting up, assuming that they've arrived yet. If you hurry, you should be able to catch them. I shake my head and sigh. I can't do that. This is a half-wolf matter. A human like me shouldn't get involved. Oh, please, it's a little late to be saying that now. You're already involved whether you like it or not. The injured wolf girl sits up on the couch and looks me directly in the eyes. I don't know what's going on between you three in the cabin, but the smell of pheromones coming from those two girls is overwhelming. What? Wait, what? Pheromones? Even if they won't admit it, I'm sure at least one of them has their eyes set on you. As soon as you take one of them as your mate, you'll be part of our pack anyway. My eyes open wide as the wolf girl's words begin to register, despite my insistence that I'm unrelated to the pack's business, and that I should keep my nose out of their affairs. It seems that this girl does not feel the same way. Take one of them as my mate. It couldn't be, could it? What Fuyu was saying last night about her choosing me. No way. It looks like you already know what I'm talking about. Why not end your suffering and go after them? I'm sure they'll be happy to see you. Besides, the wolf girl's eyes slowly narrow. They're going to need all the help they can get. They what? What do you mean by that? Exactly what I said. We made all the preparations we could in a short amount of time, but I doubt that'll be enough. If it comes down to a direct confrontation between those two and the traitor, they will without a doubt be slaughtered. Slaughtered? No! Minari's the rightful heir, isn't she? Surely he'll give up and the other members of the pack will help him. I wouldn't count on that. The second he sees the princess, he will kill her, no matter who is around to witness such an act. Our pack responds to strength above all else. If the princess cannot defeat a potential usurper, then she will not be accepted anyway. No way, I thought facing that guy was a last resort, not a necessity. If those two have to fight him by themselves, they'll be... Without another moment of thought, I run towards the storeroom and grab my axe. In response to my sudden action, the injured wolf girl smiles at me sincerely for the first time. Best of luck, human. Go and protect your mate, no matter what hardship lies in your wake. Without sparing a moment to respond to the wolf girl's words, the girl's words, I nod absent-mindedly and rush out of the living room. I jump into my truck, placing the axe on my lap, and start the engine. Before the injured girl can react to the noise of the engine, I drive out into the snow, throwing caution to the wind as I follow the path Fuyu once led me down. Alright, this should be it. If I recall, the path is up here. Where there was at once a pile of snow blocking the path, there is now level ground. Whether someone cleared it or nature has simply taken its course, I don't know. And all I care about is the fact that I can keep driving right out into the den of Fuyu and Mirati. Wait for me, girls. I'm coming. I continue to drive through the snow, no longer sure of which direction I'm supposed to be heading. Having never gone this far around the mountain before, there's no way of knowing if I'm heading towards the girl's den or in the complete opposite direction. Damn it. What did that map say again? I knew I should have kept it in the trunk. Just as frustration threatens to take over, I notice something in the distance. A few figures are moving around in the snow. Two of them are quickly circling one another, while a third takes distance. As I go closer, I recognize the two figures. Fuyu, Mirati, and that must be... I clutch the axe resting on my lap and focus on the third party. Facing off against Fuyu is a large creature, more wolf than man, easily several times her size. Fuyu is fighting, but clearly tired. Against the giant towering over her, she doesn't stand a chance. Shit. Before I can slow down, I press my foot against the accelerator even harder than before. The truck increases speed, threatening to spin out of control at any moment as I rapidly approach my target. Fuyu, jump! Huh! Jumping out of the way just in time, Fuyu narrowly avoids being hit by my truck. Her opponent, however, is not so lucky. Shit, I'm losing control of the wheel! Damn it all! Without a moment to spare, I undo my seatbelt, grab my axe, and bail out of the truck. A few seconds later, the truck swerves off the side of the mountain, descending who knows how many miles before meeting its untimely demise. Yo, okay. So there's this freaking wolf girl battle to the death going on, and we just hit the fuck out of this dude with the truck. Nice! Well, that's about it for this episode, so make sure you guys hit that like button for me down below because you already know your support's greatly appreciated, as well as leaving a comment and subscribing if you have not done so already, all of which are so greatly appreciated, and we'll see you all in the next episode.